Do you have contentment? Are you content with what God has given you or what God has allowed to be in your life? Dr. Bergs, and I'm sure a lot of people have heard these messages. Every time he says, every time you find yourself saying, if only, or I don't like, you're really saying, God is not enough for me, and I need something else to satisfy me. And he says these things. He says, you could be saying things like, if only my wife would try to understand me. If only my boss would understand me. If only my parents would understand me. If only people appreciated me more. If only I had more freedom. If only I had more money. Or if only I had more say. If only I had better health or less pain. If only I had answered, if only I have answers about what's going in my life. If only I hadn't messed up. If only I had not been abused. If only I had finished my degree. If only I hadn't lost my son or my mum or my dad or my brother. If only I was married. If only I was single. And what you're saying is you have come to the conclusion that something would give you more satisfaction if it had been different. Some of these things might be true. Some of these things are logical, and you say, I wish I had less pain. Or I wish I didn't mess up. I wish I didn't do this sin, because it's still haunting me up to now. I wish I didn't do this. I wish I continued my studies. But then he says these things. He says, but where God is so powerful, forgiving, and loving, we don't need anything to make us different. Because we have Him, and He is more than enough in our lives. It doesn't matter what happened, the plans that you have drawn for your own life. And then all of a sudden, everything changed. We don't need a perfect past to make it different now. We can have satisfaction, and we can have contentment because God is more than enough.